Buloke woodlands are special places in the Mallee. They're named after the buloke, a distinctive tree that grows up to 15 metres tall. Bulokes are easy to recognise by their long and wiry foliage. They also have dark, rough bark, and their seeds are contained in flat, woody cones. Native pines often grow among the buloke trees, but you won't find many eucalypts in these woodlands. Healthy buloke woodlands have lots of places for native animals to live and find food. Bugs and insects live in the deep cracks of the buloke tree bark. Possums, bats and native birds nest in tree hollows. Hollows can be especially important for threatened species. The major Mitchell cockatoo, for example, likes to nest in hollows of native pine trees. Shrubs in the woodlands such as quandongs, wattles and saltbushes are an important food source for native birds. Down at the ground level, native grasses, logs and fallen branches provide a home for lizards and small mammals like mallee dragons and fat-tailed dunnarts. In Victoria, the largest remaining stands of buloke woodlands are found in Hattah, Culkine, Murray Sunset and Whipperfield National Parks. But there are also important patches in smaller reserves along roadsides and on private land. Buloke woodlands tend to grow on heavier clay soils rather than on the deep sandy soils where you'll find mallee scrub. Because these clay soils are more fertile, large areas of buloke woodlands were cleared in the past for farmland. Bulokes and native pines were also cut down for fence posts and firewood. Because so much of these woodlands has been cleared, it is now really important that we look after what is left. Rabbits, sheep and kangaroos are a big problem for buloke woodlands. These animals love to eat buloke and native pine seedlings, which stops the seedlings from growing into adult trees. With no young trees coming up to replace the old ones, buloke and native pines would eventually die out and no trees will be left in the woodland. If the buloke and native pines disappear, the native animals that depend on these trees for their food and shelter lose their home too. Everyone can help protect buloke woodlands. A good place to start is by visiting buloke woodlands in your local area, so you get to know the plants and animals that live there. Then you can help teach others about these woodlands and why it's important that we protect them. Remember to stay on existing tracks if you're driving in national parks and to take your rubbish home with you. Farmers who have buloke woodlands on their land can control weeds and rabbits in these areas and put up fences to keep stock out. This will take the pressure off native pine and buloke seedlings and give the trees a chance to regenerate. Leaving logs and fallen branches on the ground is also a good way to provide habitat for native animals. People can also help protect buloke woodlands by getting involved in local land care activities like rabbit control campaigns and tree planting days. Buloke woodlands are special places in the Mallee. If we work together, we can help to look after them and make sure they provide a healthy home for our native plants and animals.